This week on Did Y'all See, we're talking about Diddy flinging kettleballs at his son's football coach, Vertibird, the woman who thought she was black until her 70th year, and Bobbi Kristina's family suing Nick Gordon for abuse and stealing her money. All this and more on Did Y'all See. Welcome to another episode of Did Y'all See. Today we're joined by Mike Allen. Those of you who watch the Ask a Black Man series may recognize his face. But today he's here to talk with us about the news. So you ready?
Yes, let's do it.
All right, let's get into it. So did y'all see that Diddy was laying hands on people again? But actually not hands. He picked up a kettleball and swung it at his son's football strength training coach.
Allegedly.
Okay.
There's no video.
Look at you. Look at you. Right. Okay. So he allegedly did that and was arrested because, you know, that's not a joke. He was charged with like 3 counts of assault, making terrorist threats, battery. I mean, it's just, he acted a fool that day. So what do you guys think about all that? Was he doing his job as a father or did he take it way too far?
Well, he did say bad boys for life. So, I mean, you know, we have Diddy, but we also have Puffy. Puffy never really went anywhere. Yeah. He's just calm right now, but he's a parent. He saw his son getting, I guess, verbally assaulted, so he felt it was his duty as a father to become a terrorist. Apparently, that's what they're saying. So, I think as a father, I might have reacted in a way that, you know, drove home a point. I don't think I would have attacked the coach, though. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I told y'all yesterday, like, my daddy will turn, right now, I am about to be 25, and my dad will come up somewhere and turn up. So, I think he was out of line by, like, swinging a kettlebell. That was really crazy. Yeah, he could have but I don't wrong him for defending his son. I read somewhere that they said that the coach had been riding him, because the son is a junior. And he said that this coach had been riding him for like 3 years. You only got this scholarship because you're Diddy's son, blah, 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 blah. So if somebody's abusing my child, at some point, I might have to follow my daddy's footsteps and turn up too.
Like, I just want to know what was said that day, like, to make him act up. Because if it had been happening that long, take him out to school. You can send him anywhere. You don't have to be there or whatever. I think that part to me was crazy. Assault with a deadly weapon?
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Like,
and then I think it's because, like, he supposedly, like, slapped Drake, months ago.
Yeah, you heard what Diddy said. I mean, what 50 said. You know, he bad now.
Exactly. So I'm like, please don't make this a habit.
Yes. Yes. Right. And a part of me feels like I definitely had my parents have to address certain coaches for talking to people a certain type of way. But I was in middle school, and I feel like this wasn't during like a game. Diddy was at practice. So I don't know, man. It's like parents at practice. Your son is in an interesting situation because you are a celebrity, and maybe his status on the team is a little iffy anyway. And they said, you know, somebody else came out later and said that, oh, he's been missing mandatory practices because he's been training with Diddy's trainer as opposed to working out with the team. So, I mean, it's like we never know the real story, but I think at some point, like, your son's gonna have to fight his own battles. And as a junior in college, he's a grown man. So, did y'all see that Bobbi Kristina's family recently announced that they were moving her from the hospital and taking her into hospice care so she can, I guess, I don't know, die peacefully or whatever. I don't know what the situation is. The whole thing is just very sad. But in addition to her being in hospice care, they've also released a statement saying that they're suing Nick Gordon for, you said $10 million? At least $10 million because they believe that when she was found in the bathtub, she had a tooth knocked out of her mouth, her lip was busted, and they said during the time that she's been in the hospital, Nick Gordon has taken $11,000 from her checking account or bank account. Which is just, yeah.
Man, wow, there's so much to say about that. Men, I don't understand the horrible luck, you know, Whitney and her daughter had with men. Seems like they were never in a situation where they had a man stand by them who took care of them during their time of need. So she had a very serious situation. Her mother died. We don't know exactly how that affected her as far as what substances she was taking, but all we know is she's been out and he's taking money. That's no respect there.
Yeah, and it's no excuse. Like, what do you need money for?
Well, isn't he on drugs also? I mean,
that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's
true.
with Dr. Phil or whatever. I mean, clearly something was off. there. But I mean, I'm kind of glad this has come back up because I do remember when they talked about she was found with bruises and stuff, and that kind of like went away. I mean, obviously because we were focused on like a full return, but it is, I mean, there's something needs to be answered. And where's that other friend, you know, who was around talking about, oh, it's because of CPR and stuff, you know, and it's like, that's not gonna like leave bruises like that, you know, on your chest and not your mouth, you know, from breathing. So, I mean, he does need to answer. The thing is, they're never gonna see that money. So I don't, I mean, hopefully, like you said, no.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to accomplish with this lawsuit because he's broke. But I'm just kind of hoping that there's a method to the madness and that this is building up and it's going to help a criminal investigation in some kind of way. I don't see the connection yet, but hopefully there is a connection because it's crazy for her to be found with the tooth knocked out. Something happened. And they said that she was supposed to meet someone to talk about the abuse that day, and she never made it to the meeting. So
it's just too much. It's just way too much. Yeah. Like we've always said, like it's something spiritual going on with over that whole family, like because that's just too much, too much. So did y'all see? There's another transracial. No, I'm just trolling. I'm just trolling. I really do not want that to catch on. But anyway, Vertibird is a woman in her 70s. She's like 72, and at 70 years old, she found out that though she thought she was black all her life, she found out that her parents are actually white. And she was adopted by 2 black parents, and then she, you know, did some research and came to find out that her parents were white. So what happened is her mother died like in a trolley accident, but before then, her father had left the family, like left all 10 kids with the mother. So she was given up for adoption. And then, you know, when she did some research, she found out that both her parents is listed like they're white. Okay. So, but what's so interesting about Miss Bird is that to look at her, it's like, no. You still black.
she looks like your grandmother.
She looks like everybody's light-skinned auntie, grandma, cousin, candy lady, whatever. She looks like a light-skinned black woman.
Right, go back to
She looks like a light-skinned black woman all day.
My thing, as you were talking about that, like her mama was probably passing.
Okay.
And got with her white daddy, so you may be 75% white. Somebody is black.
Yes. Somebody
like,
real close.
Yeah, there's no way looking at her.
She had a lifetime tan.
Not even. It's her features, exactly. She's fair-skinned. You know, a straighter texture hair, but her features are... Oh, that's right. Tell us about the...
That hair you saw, that's a wig. Okay.
Oh.
We saw pictures of her that people had obtained, and she had a full afro. So I'm like, listen, you just can't get
the nose and the hair don't lie.
They like, never lie.
Like, no, they don't. So you know.
Nah. And then like somebody said they weren't giving black families white babies in the 40s. That wasn't going down.
I find it strange that there's so many transracial situations nowadays. So is this something that was happening and you just didn't talk about it, but now it's popular? You know?
I do want to point out though that she's not trying to say that she's white now. She's like, I'm comfortable being a black woman. I've always been a black woman. That's how I was raised. That's how I identify. You know, that's what she says she is. She's married to a black man, all that type of stuff. So,
are both her adoptive parents dead?
Yes.
Okay. And you better not compare her to Rachel Dolezal either.
Girl, because she turned up. She turned up. They were like, you know, your situation is very similar to Rachel. She was like, no, it's not, because she lied.
Right.
She was like, I didn't know.
Yeah, that's totally different. She was pretending.
Yeah, she didn't take advantage of that. She was
Exactly.
living her life.
Exactly.
Found out.
Exactly.
So Rachel, no, that's a totally different situation.
Tried to build a platform. We want to thank Mike for joining us. This has been our month-long celebration of our 5th year anniversary, so thank you so much.
It's been a pleasure.
Thank you. And if you want to see more of Mike, you can catch him on our marriage episode for Ask a Black Man. For more videos like this one, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/MadameNoire.